Welcome back, everybody, to day 2 of the Quake World Championships here on the Beak Stream. Beacon Muscles bringing you the first game of the day. It's going to be ZENAKU versus PSYGIB. PSYGIB, of course, making it out of the group of death, one of the qualifiers there, and he will be facing off against Zen. Dan, how you feeling today?
Feeling good. I'm feeling good. If you're not on this stream, who are you, I guess? But
Exactly.
no, it's been fun. It's good to see the players, but this is where it gets real, right? This is where it gets heated.
Very real.
You know, not only are people going home again, but we've got the big boys coming to play. And, you know, PSYGIB's going up against one of the bigger boys. Maybe not the tallest, but definitely large.
He can hear you, Dan. But yes, no, he has been lying in wait. Zen has been practicing, but this is going to be his first official game of the tournament. PSYGIB, of course, already getting some reps in, but this is going to be a whole different ballgame. As you said, top 8, they got the first day bye. They've just been studying, practicing, and waiting for this moment. And shortly, we're going to get into it in this best of 3 for double elimination. It's brackets, and we're here. We made it.
Oh my God, I hope it only goes 2. I just saw breakfast going past. Like, come on,
Let's
someone.
get it going.
Whoever wins map 1, I am rooting for in map 2. But no, it's going to be a big one. I'm really looking forward to see just the shape in the early stages, right? That's what we all want to see. How are they coming into this tournament? We know everybody's been putting in the reps, and putting in the hours. You know, the Maestro guys in particular have been playing in secrecy for large parts of the last couple of weeks. And that's just really interesting to see, because we know yesterday some players were looking really, really good.
Yes.
So these guys coming back into the tournament today, you know, they had a day off, they got to practice, but they're not up to the same speed as someone like PSYGIB was, who's already won his group. So we're going to jump in to Corrupted Keep. PSYGIB on our POV, on the Ranger, ZENAKU on that strong, a big rocket and frag, and there's the rust I was talking about.
Woo! Welcome to America, baby. PSYGIB with a great play with the Dire Orb, the cutoff, immediately getting that first frag. And yes, Corrupted Keep is going to be our first map, then a little bit of Deep Embrace, and then finishing it off with Blood Covenant if we get there.
I hope we don't.
Dan is starving, and it looks like PSYGIB was too, as he got that first frag very quickly. Quite the set piece off that spawn, and very well done. Zen now trying to play defensive on this heavy, and PSYGIB just lying in wait. That's going to add a big split to the items after, but he's backing up, taking a little bit of damage, not too big of a deal. But I like the idea early on for PSYGIB.
Exactly, yeah. Playing nice and stable now, playing that distance game. And we always talk about it on Corrupted Keep. Don't underestimate that chip damage, particularly with the heavy machine gun, the spam. It all adds up so quickly in the high intense octane that is Corrupted Keep. You want to do that chip, then have an engagement. It's quite hard to challenge some of these items when, as we can see, the split isn't there. And particularly when you are a little bit cagey, as I'm sure both these players will be. Nobody wants to be too proactive to add a layer of delay, because if you lose out on that, map can spiral out of control. He's pushing him with the orb. I love that play. Saw the picker come out, instantly cancelled, but ZENAKU on the ropes, getting bullied by PSYGIB with the aggression. He gets away for now, but at what class 40?
Yeah, Zen is reeling in the red room, and PSYGIB just lying in wait. He just has to predict this right and hear it right. A little bit more machine gun damage in the boneyard after the 225s, but PSYGIB looking very, very strong right now. Getting a more and more firm grip across the map. There you see the heavy pickup, a little bit of a rocket jump for momentum, but he does miss out on the Mega, so Zen is able to grab at least a little something, something, as the split's not too big between the items. Here's a huge fight with LG. 19 HP, PSYGIB reeling after that one. ZENAKU not much better.
Yeah, all that good work has now been stripped away. Zen is low himself, but PSYGIB definitely much more on the ropes than we saw just 30 seconds ago. Lovely push by Zen after the pickup of that Mega. The orb is up, so you could bait it out and try and push, but he's not willing to take that task. Just 100 stack here. Not at the position where he feels more than enough confident to do that, but a little bit more of a delay coming up from ZENAKU as well. Just remember, the Ranger has that capability to orb across instantly to try and contest both melee items. That might be the play here now. Pushing his stack way up. Just needs to avoid peppering coming out from ZENAKU's side, and it's still in a good position.
Dealt with Peeker nicely.
Oh, he can get it
out. That's a big rocket. It's going to drop him. Dire Orb just tries to get out. He takes it.
Why?
What a weird orb to take. He's still fighting. And Zen, I think Zen was just as off guard than we were with that Dire Orb. Why would you ever take that? But PSYGIB got a little crazy.
I genuinely think he got a bit confused. He either didn't mean to take it or thought it was in a different position. Oh no, he clips and he gets stuck on the wall. PSYGIB, what a cacophony of errors in the past 30 seconds. ZENAKU's now going to be able to run away with this. And that split between the items is now sufficient for Zen to keep the pressure on. So PSYGIB's in a really dangerous position. He's got a rocket launcher. He's up above. Zen scouts him out, tries to force him away. No, he's gone aggressive with the orb again and does pick up the Mega just before he takes that orb. But in a world of trouble at the moment without that LG to contest with. Just got to try and play these corners, try and play that spam game. Doing a good job.
Wow.
But he gives up the frag.
Yeah, really close though, trying to keep the cess up with the machine gun. PSYGIB, is he going to choose right? Rockets in hand, but he just has to find Zen, but Zen drops down for the light armor. He's going to be okay as he disengages. There's the heavy pickup, and PSYGIB again using that passive from Ranger to rocket jump around the map to gain some momentum.
What we do know about PSYGIB is that he is incredibly gifted mechanically. So he's keeping up with ZENAKU with the damage output, and that's why Zen at the moment can't find a footing in this map. Very much contesting every single major item, and PSYGIB is not afraid to take these slightly riskier plays. We have seen them obviously not work entirely perfectly, but if he gets away with the clean frag, that's when he becomes dangerous. We've seen him in the past take this map in particular off of the likes of Rafa, etc., and ZENAKU could fall foul to that as well. 2-1, 4 minutes in. Very well contested corrupt to keep from map 1 today.
Yeah, very, very close item control. 5 and 5, 4 and 4, 7 to 8 lights in favor slightly of PSYGIB. And you gotta remember, the first 10 seconds PSYGIB had the frag. Zen did a good job of making sure that momentum didn't spiral out of control, and now he has the lead by 1. Big rocket from Zen here as he's playing defensive to defend this heavy. Trying to get some momentum.
This is bad now for PSYGIB. That big rocket means he just cannot push for this mega. ZENAKU has a free reign of the map. And now we're going to see the next minute or so be very risky. What PSYGIB has to do is play the corners. He can't afford to take any open fights. He can't afford to take these mid-range fights. He has to hope that ZENAKU tries to push choke point, smashes him with some rockets, and that will get back into this game. Remember, he has that orb. So if that happens, those fights could turn an instant. One direct rocket, an orb, and you can blow your opponent up.
First potential absolutely huge. One little rocket from Zen looking for more. That's the dunk he wanted, and he finishes strong as he picks up the heavy. And again, has the mobility to cut off in the boneyard. PSYGIB trying to make something happen with the machine gun. Does get the light armor. He's going to take a little bit of damage. Needs to be careful. Wants to cess more than anything, but he cannot do it. Can't afford it. He might get caught out of the red room. That rocket almost clipped him.
Yeah, and I'm worried because that play reeked of desperation. He hadn't done any work to try and manufacture that as a credible opening. He was relying on hitting the miracle shots and following it up with the orb, but it just wasn't to be. Now ZENAKU is just playing this distance game. He knows that PSYGIB has not got the utility to contest. And this split is becoming really painful. Worse than the orb, just to not take damage. That is not a good sign for PSYGIB fans.
Yeah, you know things are dire when you're using the orb just to get out of harm's way. And again, that rocket almost so precise from Zen. The pre-fire, the aim. Looking pretty strong right now. If we had any doubts of Zen's form.
This is what is so good about Zen's play style, is that he just grinds you down as an opponent. Oh! So I say that, I was about to say, he doesn't normally take too many risks, but that was a little bit of a push, just fluffing the rockets, and PSYGIB has no choice now. He feels that he needs to push, he needs to cess. And at what cost? Because he's going to give up frag after frag. Yes, he's got some light armors, but look at this, he's just plus forwarding now.
Yeah, little chip rocket on that light armor, but Zen is just in a good way right now. Yeah, LG on LG, and he gets pushed through the telly, and that's a speed shotty right there. And now again, just cutting off at the LG. PSYGIB stuck, has to use the dire orb just to get out of harm's way, and even then hanging by a thread here. Zen's just full control of the map, dominating now.
Yeah. The big concern for me is that damage differential, right? It just keeps creeping away from PSYGIB. He needs to be the one finding ins to do a little bit more damage to try and whittle down that stack that just continues to build from ZENAKU's point of view. And once he had this control, he almost hasn't forfeited a single item. Now he's doubling the item count of PSYGIB at this point in time. Yes, PSYGIB is living off the lights, but it's just not sufficient when you're not doing the damage in and around the map. He just wants to take these all-in engagements, and that is suiting ZENAKU's game plan.
Living on the lights indeed, living on a prayer as he's down by 6. That's what it's going to take. 2.5 minutes remaining to try and claw his way back into map number 1. As Zen again just asserting dominance. Here's the peeker, and he actually gets a little bit of damage after all that. PSYGIB didn't have anything to take it out.
No, nothing.
Oh no. And again, dire orb, misdirection, but he knows he's stuck. A little bit of rockets, and that'll clean that up. 8-1 in favor of Zen. This should be a good spawn cutoff here with the rockets. PSYGIB doing decent work with the machine gun, but again, the stack too strong from Zen, and the rotation of items perfect.
Look at that LG difference for you. That just shows the level of dominance Zen has had. 1,500 damage to 500 damage on PSYGIB's side. PSYGIB has not had the opportunity to utilize that hit scan, that mid-range damage that he wants to. All of his engagements outside the first couple of minutes have been these all-in pushes, and I think Zen has been able to absolutely strangle this map.
Yeah, it feels as though even when PSYGIB wants to take those engagements, he doesn't have LG. Or he gets stuck at LG, then he gets fragged, then he tries to make the Dire Orb and Rocket happen, and he doesn't have that explosion, he doesn't have the stack to withstand that kind of up-close and personal battle. And this is just snowballed into all Zen right now. 11-1 looking to add the body count. There's the Peeker. Won't finish him off, but, I mean, this is just a matter of time. 2 seconds till the Heavy, not even a big deal if Zen gives this up, but he doesn't look like he wants to give that one up. Takes another one and takes the Heavy.
And think back, it was just about 5 minutes in and it was a 4-1 game, right? Still very, very low scoring. And since then, it's just exploded. It's basically been a fragger rotation, and that's been the recipe. It has been contesting for items. PSYGIB doesn't have the stack or position to really take that fight, but feels that he has to. Zen is more than willing to take those engagements. Every single item has been rinse and repeat for ZENAKU. Picking up a frag, extending that lead 30-1 now. And it is fairly demoralizing from a PSYGIB point of view. PSYGIB definitely had that good start, remember? He took Zen out within the first...
Literally the only frag was that start, the set piece with the Dire Orb play. You thought it was going to be fantastic, and it's literally been all downhill since Zen. You like that one? Early morning, Dan. Crushed it.
Yes!
PSYGIB gets another one. Trying to get some confidence as we're going to get into map number 2 here, but this was the Zen show. As we're going to hit the buzzer, 15-2, the GG comes out from PSYGIB, and Zen looking very strong. Again, if there was any doubt, I think he kind of snuffed that out early.
Definitely did. Looking really, really good form. And you can see there the end screen, just the level of dominance we were talking about, just in terms of the pure damage differential, the item pickup difference. It was very commanding. Again, just considering where he started from. He had to stabilize. He was on the back foot for 2 or 3 minutes after that as PSYGIB was having that rotation. And then it basically felt like PSYGIB didn't touch an item for the last 7 minutes of the game.
It was pretty brutal. Yeah. The item control was just absolutely dominant. Again, Zen probably just like rolled his eyes at that set piece and was like, all right, you pushed me, you got me with the cute one, and then he was just like, it's my time now. So very well done from Zen. Unfortunate for PSYGIB. Hopefully he can regain some composure going into map number 2. Again, best of 3, but we don't play the 3rd map here. This is bracket play. This is a tournament, baby. So we're going to get into Deep Embrace, and ZENAKU's going to be on the Doomslayer. PSYGIB's going to be on the Nyx. How do you feel about that matchup?
ZENAKU is one of the players that still consistently picks Doomslayer, and he just uses it because he's so positional.
Like the fisticuffs.
Sure. He uses it so well to maintain that positional advantage. We know he loves to play a methodical game and wants to play around the items, contain position, and just get the small wins, the small edges, right? And that's what Doom enables you to do perfectly. Yes, you don't have that X factor to blow your opponent up, but neither does Strog really. It just adds a lot of utility to maintain your presence on the map. Obviously, the Nyx is an exceptional champion, but I think as we talked about yesterday, particularly on Deep Embrace, it just raises the bar of execution. You're obviously very weak off the spawn, which is vulnerable on Deep Embrace. You have a highly impactful ability, but you're incredibly reliant and almost to feel confident you need that in your locker, right? So with the pressure that comes out on Deep Embrace, you have to find a way to either maintain control of the map on a Nyx or just get off the map entirely. And that is a very difficult balance to maintain psychologically to stay in the game. If you get under pressure, it almost feels like it's over minutes into the game.
Yeah, it could be brutal. We are loading up. Don't worry, chat. This is going to turn into a podcast. Not this early. I'm sure we're going to inevitably have to do that. It's going to be a long day here on both streams. I believe 11 matches scheduled all day, and we're ready for it. We're ready for it. I know Dan wants breakfast. It's okay. You look malnourished. You look good, but you look malnourished.
I feel it.
I know.
I'm not, 04's not feeding me here.
We got to figure something out. We got to figure something out.
Poor conditions over at Quake on 2023.
I love it. I don't know. I need to eat less, so this is fine for me. But players are on the podium. I think they're readying up. We are going to get into Deep Embrace shortly. Hope everyone's doing well. Thanks for tuning in. Again, the A stream is also going on simultaneous, so open up tabs, have multiple monitors going, because today and tomorrow is full Quake day, and it's pleasure to be here. I mean, 5 years ago is when I did my first official cast back here at QuakeCon. So for me, a little special. But
come a long way.
I have come a long way. I've put on a lot of weight as well, but that's fine. It's just mass. It's fine as we're loading up shortly here. And shouts to Chloe because this is fantastic. So thank you.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That
Let me do
beast.
this. This is professional. His production was just constantly yelling at me, wire, wire, wire. And I was like, I don't know what that means. This is the B stream. Like, what does that mean, wire? Speaking of wire, we're down to the wire here. We're loading up into the map. Map number 2, Deep Embrace, coming to you live. And again, PSYGIB is down, trails by a map. Zen looking pretty strong. Might be able to take this in 2, but again, it comes down to the next 10 minutes.
I think all things considered, you know, we've only seen one map, but I think I would be right in saying that Corrupt to Keep would be PSYGIB's pick. We've seen him pick a lot in league play. Plays it very well, but he just got manhandled. We spoke about it, right? And now he's going into a map like we just discussed, where he is playing a champion where he has to execute the highest level. And based on last map's performance, I just have confidence in ZENAKU.
Yeah, he's looking really strong, and we're going to see in the next 10 minutes here. So we're going to start off on PSYGIB. We are live on map number 2. Between these two, a quick ghost walk forced out as the Berserk, the fisticuffs, come out early from Zen. We see a lot of players use it off the spawn to try and gain control of both items across the map. The speed burst is absolutely fantastic. And he happened to run into PSYGIB, which forced the ghost walk. So early on, Zen knows he could put on the pressure. PSYGIB can't escape.
No, and with that LG, Zen's a little bit trepidatious, but it doesn't matter when you hit back-to-back rails into a machine gun. Does not matter whatsoever. That's a feels bad moment for Nyx. Now Zen can run the map. He's got the speed of that double jump. Gets across. Lovely. PSYGIB is there to contest it and steal that away. Zen still in need of that landing gun.
Look for the angle. Heard the bubble above. Wants LG first, and again the double jump going to give him a little bit of maneuverability here as he's down below, just looking for the perfect rocket. That's going to be a decent rocket, but the problem with this is you keep chipping 20, 20, 20 from down below, and it adds up, especially against the light right here. Is the fight a little awkward? He's able to grab heavy and get out of there. Dodging that rail, more so Zen missing here, but also PSYGIB missing with the clapback. Mega is up. What's the play from Zen going to be?
Yeah, as you said, I mean, PSYGIB's slightly fortunate to get out of that heavy area without taking too much damage, and in contrast, he's actually now able to pick up the Mega as well. So Zen's just going to slow the pace. He's going to control this area. Now, this is where Nyx can shine, because often for other champions, it's difficult to break this stronghold, but as a Nyx, you have that Ghost Walk, which is exactly what he's done. Perfect timing on the Ghost Walk. Zen obviously reading that to perfection as well. He's trapped. He has to Berserk out of there, and this is something Zen does so well. Woo! Actually punched to the face, 75 damage. PSYGIB has to skedaddle. He's weak, and Zen is just going to close that out. So for both sides, that was really great execution. Zen getting the frag, but well played by PSYGIB as well. Just unfortunate Zen outplayed him.
Yeah, I mean, the backpedaling defensive damage from Zen was fantastic. But yes, the attack from PSYGIB was good, but just didn't net him what he wanted, and now he's trailing by 2. But I like the idea. The strategy is there.
Yes, but what I really liked about that, and this is just shows how much Zen plays Doom. How many other players in the Pro League would have popped Berserk at that point to escape and deal damage and then get the frag? Now PSYGIB's on the rope, forced to pop a defensive Ghost Walk. Not what you want to do. No items up. And 15 seconds to split now. Zen, here we go. This is what he loves to do. Use that speed, get back across, and close it out to get a frag. Yes, he took a little bit of damage, but now he can put the more pressure on him if he thinks he needs to. He knows there's no Ghost Walk up for a long period of time, so he feels safe.
Yeah, that was the contest for Heavy is really no contest. There's a little bit of LG from around the corner. Rocket's pretty good, 53 damage. Now the cutoff at the light, and another frag for Zen.
Yeah.
Just playing so well right now, Dan.
And because this is Deep Embrace, you know, he popped the Ghost Walk, and already there could be 3 frags before it comes back up again. That is the danger of a Nyx on this map. High ceiling, low floor. If it goes wrong, it goes really wrong. And PSYGIB at the moment, as you said at the start, living on a prayer. No items to work with. Very little in terms of control, position. He has to pray he just connects with rail after rail, and another Ghost Walk comes out Berserk just to get away, extend the distance. And there will be more damage and more control coming out from Zen.
Yeah, I love the speed to make sure that there's no telefrag, perforation, damage there for 0. No shenanigans. Zen wants to play this nice and tight, keep it clean. He does eat a clean rocket from PSYGIB as the Heavy is claimed. And now Zen slightly out of control for what feels like one of the first times in the series, but we'll see if PSYGIB can actually net a frag off the back of that. Light armor goes to Zen as he's down below, still wants to play for this Mega, does miss out on the rail, and now he's going to concede.
Yeah, well played by PSYGIB. Had to just take the alpha position and to some degree pray that Zen didn't connect with the shots, and that's exactly what's happened. As a consequence of that, he does pick up back-to-back items. Pops the Ghost Wall, but it's too late. Oh, ZENAKU didn't have the timing either. Big mistake coming out from the Australian. Now has to double back. Another Berserk coming out.
Oh, wow.
But the rails are there from PSYGIB. Please just finish off with something. There's not a rail.
Don't you tell NA how to play. 10 HP. Zen is still alive, and PSYGIB, if it was just a machine gun, it'd all be different. 35 HP. There's a light armor, and Zen could grab some more bubbles as well, and he gets out of danger. I want to say it's still close, but Dan, that's unforgivable at this stage. PSYGIB had to switch to a better weapon and finish that frag.
Yeah, the NA things, but something we haven't talked about in the context of this particular matchup is the use of those vials, right? And it's something we are seeing consistently. As soon as that Ghost Walk is popped, the Berserk is popped, big rocket coming out from PSYGIB, hit him in the face, converts with the rail, and PSYGIB gets on the board.
Getting his first frag of the map 5 minutes in. That is not good time to frag ratio. He's got to step it up, but it's still a solid start. Not going to get full map control, though. The item split not in his favor. So Zen able to grab the heavy, and now he's just kind of working with Plasma right now. Can Zen take advantage of this? Misses with the rail, has another opportunity, and drops down, just missing out on that one. So unfortunate for PSYGIB here. He needs to keep the damage high. That's a great rail, trying to look for another one with the tribal. It's going to give him a bit of a problem here.
Yeah, PSYGIB not connecting with much as he needs to in that circumstance, as you said. Only the Plasma to work with, and somehow Zen gets an item and gets away with a little bit of damage as well. So.
Wow, ballsy to go through that.
Just the chip damage is relentless from ZENAKU. PSYGIB not connecting with the rails, but ZENAKU is definitely connecting with that chip damage. And being a light champion, it all adds up very, very quickly on that Nyx.
Indeed it does. He has to be careful. He's missing out on these rails. It's going to cost him here. Wants to pick up the light, wants to play around it. Just a slight sell of LG, and just missing out on another rail opportunity here. Oh, that's big LG into rail as the jump pad is just punished immediately. PSYGIB's like, I shouldn't have done that. Now he's reeling, does have the Mega to his back, luckily. Goes up another jump pad, and immediately the Ghost Walk is popped because he knows he was just going to eat so much damage.
That's okay, as you said. He would have been dead if not. So may as well pop it immediately prior to any damage. Reserve that stack. And now he continues that momentum because he did take that damage. Zen actually hopping across, lovely. PSYGIB back-to-back rails finally. Needs another one, but just can't connect him. ZENAKU trading. He knows he can push for this Mega now, and PSYGIB unlikely to even get across to this heavy. So he's in dire straits down here and down below. It's just a matter of time before Zen does exactly that.
Yeah, squashes him like a bug, unfortunately, as he catches him down under the bridge. 5 to 1. Time is ticking. Zen just piling it on there, knowing he's weak and taking advantage of the fact that the Ghost Walk is still down. PSYGIB spawns fresh, does get a rocket and a rail right off the bat. It needs damage, 67 HP, railable, needs to be careful. Does have the Ghost Walk. Tribal flying past his face, trying to get some damage on this Mega, and can't do it. Does get a little bit, but the Mega pickup for Zen. Rather clean, no armor, the only silver lining for PSYGIB here. 3 seconds to the heavy. And PSYGIB absolutely needs this pickup, and he needs to pick up the pace as well.
He does, but he just can't catch Zen. The way in which Zen plays this map with Doom is so quick, and as I said, he maintains that position. It makes it incredibly difficult for Nyx to manufacture these angles that she needs to deal damage. And even those opportunities, those windows we've seen from PSYGIB, the clutch moments haven't been going his way 40. You know, he's been hitting great rails, getting Zen down to a killable position, but just unable to execute his opponent.
So this is it, 2 minutes, just under 2 minutes until PSYGIB is officially knocked down in the third bracket. Again, double limb all the way through from today and tomorrow. Quake World Champions 2023 at QuakeCon, and it looks like Zen came out the gate swinging against PSYGIB here.
Yeah, been a really strong performance. And mechanically, definitely not the best we've seen in the tournament so far, but just strategically, that presence of mind, as we know from ZENAKU, it's his strength after all, that it was looking as sharp as we've seen it for a long, long time. And this map in particular, it was very well contested from PSYGIB, but you can just see how smart ZENAKU is playing. right? PSYGIB's unable to get his opponent, despite the pressure, despite the even control, unable to lock him down. And that's just the sign of somebody who is reading the map, has that incredible map awareness, which makes the right decisions.
Yeah, just the 1 minute warning. Absolute miracle required here on PSYGIB's part if he wants to try and force a map number 3. That's a good defensive rail. 60 HP Zen. He's going to be a little weak here. Needs to be careful. What a great rail.
No way.
Oh, I know what he was trying to do. That would have been gorgeous, but PSYGIB says, no,
God.
I'm not going to be a highlight reel. No.
Bro, that would have been like Smash Bros off the map. Jigglypuff back on it. That would have...
Well, indeed, the bro got smashed, unfortunately. But yes, I love the idea there. PSYGIB having some frags to play with. Tried to put it in the highlight reel. You got to respect it here.
You should have let him do it. He's lost. Just let him do it.
For the content,
Yeah,
PSYGIB.
exactly.
For the clicks. And there it is. The GG's called. PSYGIB knows there's no way to claw back into this one. So he is going to be sent early to the lower bracket. Zen with a performance that I'm sure he's pretty satisfied with. But at this level, he's probably like, should have been cleaner.
Yeah, I can agree. I can agree. No, I'm sure he's very happy with that, as you said. It was not an optimal performance, but it just shows how much he's developing as a player. Again, there's much of it that's difficult to put into words, but just the micro decisions. Even that play at the end there, he forfeited the heavy armor. He knew he didn't have the position. He just makes the right decisions at the right time to keep himself secure, keep himself contestable on the map. And over time, that adds up. And you saw it right there. Even though the map was even, it didn't ever really feel like PSYGIB had much of a chance to get back into it.
Yeah, I think 5-6 frags across 2 maps. A little rough for PSYGIB. He's going to be in the lower bracket, but that's us for us. Not right now here at the B stream. A stream, I think, is still going on. We'll be back here with more action. Don't go anywhere. Quake all day. See you later.